Hi, dear listeners. Welcome to our podcast for learning English. Today, we are talking about the culture of people in Japan. My name is Alexa.
Hi, I'm Alex. We will talk about different aspects of Japan's culture to help you learn English while learning about Japan. Let's begin.
Japan is famous for its respect and politeness. People in Japan always show respect to others. They often bow when they meet someone as a way to say hello or show gratitude. This is a big part of their culture, and it shows how important manners are to them.
Yes, that's true. Another interesting thing is how people in Japan value hard work. They work hard at their jobs and even in school. Many students in Japan go to school 6 days a week. They believe that working hard will help them have a better life.
Japanese food is also famous around the world. Sushi is one of the most popular dishes. It's made with rice, fish, and vegetables. Japanese people also eat rice with almost every meal, and they love drinking green tea, which is also very healthy.
And when it comes to celebrations, Japan has many festivals. One of the biggest is the Cherry Blossom Festival. During this time, people go outside to see the beautiful cherry blossom trees. It's a time for family and friends to enjoy nature and relax together.
Japan also has a rich tradition in art and culture. They have traditional forms of art like calligraphy, where they use a brush and ink to write beautiful characters. They also love origami, which is the art of folding paper into different shapes.
Speaking of tradition, Japanese people wear special clothes called kimono during festivals or important events. The kimono is a long robe with wide sleeves, and it's made of beautiful, colorful fabric. It's a symbol of Japan's traditional fashion.
Yes, and Japanese gardens are also very peaceful and beautiful. People in Japan love to spend time in nature, and their gardens reflect this love. The gardens often have small ponds, stone paths, and lots of green plants. It's a perfect place to relax.
Let's not forget about Japanese technology. Japan is famous for creating high-tech gadgets and robots. They are leaders in technology, and many companies in Japan work to make new, smart devices that help people in their daily lives.
Another important part of Japanese culture is the way they take care of their environment. Many people in Japan recycle and keep their cities clean. They have a strong sense of responsibility for protecting nature and keeping their country beautiful.
In Japan, family is very important. People respect their elders, and children often live with their parents even after they grow up. They believe that families should support each other, and they take care of older family members with great love.
Japanese houses are often small but very neat and clean. People in Japan take off their shoes when they enter a house to keep it clean. They also use tatami mats on the floor, which are made of straw. This is part of their traditional lifestyle.
Another interesting thing about Japan is the way they eat their food. They use chopsticks instead of forks and knives. It can be tricky to use chopsticks, but in Japan, it's very normal, and everyone learns how to use them from a young age.
In Japanese schools, students also learn a lot about teamwork. They often clean their own classrooms and help each other with tasks. This teaches them responsibility and how to work well with others, which is an important part of their culture.
Japan is also known for its strong sense of community. Neighbors often help each other, and people in Japan are very polite to strangers. They believe that working together and being kind makes society better for everyone.
Japanese festivals are not just about fun. They also have deep meanings. For example, the Obon Festival is about honoring ancestors. People light lanterns to guide the spirits of their loved ones back to the family. It's a very respectful tradition.
And the Shinto religion is a big part of Japanese culture. People in Japan often visit shrines to pray for good luck or health. Shinto shrines are beautiful, with red gates called torii, which mark the entrance to a sacred space.
Yes, and Japan also has many Buddhist temples. Buddhism is another important religion in Japan. People visit temples to meditate and find peace. Some temples are very old and are famous for their architecture and history.
Japanese people also have a great respect for time. They are always on time for meetings and events. Being late is seen as disrespectful in Japan. This shows how much they value other people's time and how important it is to be responsible.
When it comes to transportation, Japan is known for its fast trains. The Shinkansen, also known as the bullet train, is one of the fastest trains in the world. It can take you across the country quickly and comfortably. It's a symbol of Japan's advanced technology.
Sports are also popular in Japan. Sumo wrestling is the national sport, and it has a long history. The wrestlers are very strong, and the matches are full of tradition and ceremony. Many people in Japan love to watch sumo wrestling.
Speaking of sports, baseball is also very popular in Japan. Many people love to watch baseball games, and Japan has its own professional baseball league. It's a sport that brings people together, just like it does in many other countries.
And when it comes to holidays, New Year is the most important in Japan. People spend time with their families and visit temples to pray for a good year. They also send special cards to their friends and family to wish them happiness.
Japan also has a unique fashion style. Many young people in Japan love to dress in creative and colorful clothes. In areas like Harajuku in Tokyo, you can see people wearing bright and fun outfits. It's a way to express themselves through fashion.
Japan is famous for its entertainment industry too. Anime and manga are a big part of Japanese culture. Many people around the world enjoy watching anime shows and reading manga, which are Japanese comic books with interesting stories and art.
Japanese people are also known for their love of learning. Many students study hard and even go to special schools after regular school to learn more. Education is very important in Japan, and many people see it as the key to success.
Japan's pop culture is also famous worldwide. Many J-pop Japanese pop music groups are loved by fans around the world. Japanese pop music is energetic, fun, and full of creativity. The music and dance moves are often very colorful and exciting to watch.
Another important thing in Japan is the tea ceremony. It is a very old tradition where people prepare and drink green tea in a special way. The tea ceremony is a peaceful and thoughtful event, focusing on enjoying the moment and the beauty of simplicity.
Japan is also known for its unique festivals like Tanabata, the Star Festival. People write their wishes on small pieces of paper and hang them on bamboo trees. This tradition comes from an old story about two stars in love, and it's a time for people to make their wishes.
The Japanese language is also unique. It has 3 different writing systems: kanji, hiragana, and katakana. Kanji are characters borrowed from Chinese, while hiragana and katakana are simpler forms used for different purposes. Learning to write in Japanese can be challenging but interesting.
And in Japan, people enjoy traditional music like taiko drumming. Taiko drums are large and loud, and the drummers put a lot of energy into their performances. Watching a taiko performance is exciting because of the powerful beats and the skill of the drummers.
Japan's love for nature is also seen in their holiday called Greenery Day. On this day, people celebrate nature by spending time in parks and planting trees. It shows how much they care about protecting the environment and staying connected to the earth.
Japanese architecture is also very beautiful. Traditional houses, called machiya, often have wooden walls and sliding doors. These houses are designed to be simple, peaceful, and close to nature. Many temples and shrines also have amazing designs.
Japanese movies and television shows are also very creative. Many famous directors from Japan, like Hayao Miyazaki, make animated films that people all over the world love. His films often show the beauty of nature and the importance of kindness.
One of the interesting cultural habits in Japan is how people give gifts. Giving gifts is very important, and it's done on many occasions. When someone gives a gift in Japan, they often wrap it beautifully. It's not just the gift that matters, but also how it's presented.
Japanese people love cleanliness. Public places in Japan are very clean, and people do their best to keep the streets, parks, and even public toilets spotless. In Japan, it's common to see people cleaning together as a way to show respect for shared spaces.
Another important part of Japanese culture is the hot springs, or onsen. Many people in Japan love to visit these natural hot springs to relax. It's a big part of their lifestyle, and it's seen as a way to relieve stress and improve health.
Japanese people also believe in balance and harmony in life. This idea comes from traditional beliefs like Shinto and Buddhism, which teach that it's important to live peacefully with nature and other people. Harmony is a big value in Japanese society.
Japan has also influenced the world with its martial arts. Sports like judo, karate, and aikido were created in Japan. These martial arts are not just about fighting, but also about self-control, discipline, and respect for others. Many people around the world practice them today.
Japanese people have a strong sense of responsibility. They believe that everyone should do their part to help society. Whether it's at work, school, or in the community, people take their responsibilities seriously. This is part of why Japan is such an organized country. In Japan, people love flowers, especially cherry blossoms. Every spring, they celebrate Hanami, which means flower viewing. Families and friends gather under cherry trees to enjoy the blossoms. It's a time for relaxation and appreciating nature's beauty.
Japanese literature is also rich with stories and poems. One of the most famous forms of Japanese poetry is the haiku. Haikus are short poems with just 3 lines, often about nature. They are simple but full of deep meaning and feelings.
Speaking of art, Japanese animation, or anime, is loved all over the world. Anime comes in many styles and genres, from action and adventure to drama and romance. It's a major part of Japan's cultural influence globally, especially among young people.
In Japanese schools, students not only study but also learn how to be good members of society. They are taught to help others, respect teachers, and take care of their school environment. This helps them grow into responsible adults.
Another unique tradition in Japan is the concept of omotenashi, which means hospitality. People in Japan go out of their way to make guests feel comfortable and welcome. This deep sense of hospitality is shown in everyday life, from restaurants to homes.
And let's not forget Japanese gardens. They are known for their simplicity and harmony. Japanese gardens often have water, rocks, and carefully arranged plants. These gardens are places for meditation and peace, offering a quiet escape from busy life.
Japanese festivals are also very colorful. For example, the Jian Matsuri in Kyoto is one of the oldest festivals in Japan. People wear traditional clothes, and large floats are paraded through the streets. It's a beautiful and lively event that attracts many visitors.
Japan also has a strong connection with the sea. Many Japanese people enjoy fishing, and seafood is a big part of their diet. Japan's connection to the ocean is not just about food, but also about their respect for nature and marine life.
Japan's mountains and forests are also a big part of their culture. Many people in Japan love hiking and spending time in nature. Visiting places like Mount Fuji is not only a physical activity, but also a spiritual one for many people in Japan.
Lastly, Japan is known for its futuristic cities like Tokyo, but it also respects tradition. This balance between the old and the new makes Japan a fascinating country. From ancient temples to cutting-edge technology, Japan offers a unique blend of history and modern life.
In Japan, traditional clothing like the kimono is still worn during special occasions. The kimono is a long, flowing robe with wide sleeves, and it's often made from beautiful fabrics. Wearing a kimono connects people to their cultural roots and history.
Japanese calligraphy, or shodo, is a respected art form. Using a brush and ink, people write beautiful characters. It's not just about writing words, but also expressing emotions through the movement of the brush. Many people find this practice relaxing.
In Japan, people also celebrate Children's Day in May. Families raise colorful cup-shaped flags called koinobori to symbolize strength and success for their children. It's a joyful day where families come together to celebrate the happiness and health of kids.
Japanese food is also very artistic. For example, sushi is made with fresh fish and rice, often arranged beautifully on a plate. The way food looks is just as important as how it tastes in Japan. Each dish is carefully prepared to please both the eye and the palate.
Finally, Japan's relationship with nature is also shown through bonsai trees. Bonsai is the art of growing small trees in pots and shaping them over time. It's a patient and peaceful process that teaches people to appreciate the beauty of nature, even in small things.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this podcast on Japanese culture. We hope you enjoyed the discussion and learned something new while improving your English. Keep practicing, and remember that learning is a journey. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. See you next time.